Welcome everyone to another installment here at Grateful Gardens Landscaping, Truckee, California. It took us about 2 weeks, and we started with a really rough construction site. And as with all projects, the first thing we got to do is remove the debris, and then we got down to a nice solid base so we could lay some stone and get plants, irrigation, and mulch in. This job, the homeowners focused on plant life and not really hardscape, and this is what we did. This is the outcome of all of our hard work and ideas. I hope you enjoy. And then you only have 1 or 2 more dump trucks and we can move over to that side.
And then dump trucks for the berm, and then I need dump trucks for this pathway.
And then any off-haul that can happen in the same due process. But if the off-haul is delaying him too long, skip the off-haul. We'll come back and do that at a point and just have him run soil.
He's bringing me drain rock too, first thing. Finish the driveway and to be able to lift up this area over here.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna go get the rock. And these guys, this orange pathway, we're lifting all this up. So we're lifting all this up to get a pathway in. Yep. And then we're gonna wrap around the pathway. Over here, we can't go higher than that wood. Okay. So over here is like 2 inches, maybe. This dirt will slough down in here, and then we're gonna move this swell over. So you could hop in the Mini, and to that orange line, pull it this way, and just make it a swell again. So we'll fill with dirt, fill with drain rock, fill with dirt, fill with drain rock. Okay. And this will also be loose soil, so we could put stepping stones on it.
Hardscaping, the first thing that needs to be done are the walkways and paths. And you can see here the boys are slinging some big rocks. It's really easy to pull them out of the pallets with the machine, the first third or so, and then you can delicately take the pallet apart rock by rock. We try to lay our largest rocks at the beginning of most of our pathways as an invitation to walk down them. Sustainability out of that pallet is there's probably 3 or 4 that are really large.
He's got grip, dude.
These rocks are 2 inches thick or more, and so we don't really need a sand base for them. Any type of stone patio that you're laying that's less than 2 inches thick, you really need to put sand in there as a bedding source so they don't crack. These are never going to crack in any circumstance, snow load, whatever.
Okay, offset a little bit this way. Yep.
Now you can see the guys are relaying the entry of that pathway with consistently the same rocks. And this is what the homeowner saw. He didn't like those big ones as the path entry, so we pulled them, and the guys are laying these as the path out back to that hot tub.
The whole truck for Grateful Gardens?
Almost.
Most, the whole truck. Look at that.
The majority of it. 48 footer.
Hi, Mom.
So at this point, we've got all our hardscape done. Most all the machine work is done except digging holes for this truckload of plants. And in this case, we have so many plants going in, we just had our supplier bring the semi right to the job site. So here we are, unloading trees, plants.
is for you, amigo.
I'm a tree. I'm a tree.
All right, we're gonna play an Alex today.
First of all, had cobble rock as a border around the whole driveway. Homeowner, no bueno, they did not like it. It's an ankle twister. But as we started to dig it out, there is a whole filtration system already in the ground by the general contractor, and we had to do it by hand. It took a full day to redo this. We've now put in drain rock replacing the big cobble rock, and when we're all said and done, we're going to bring our walk-on bark right over the top of everything to the edge of the driveway, and you won't see any of this rock at all. It'll still percolate and drain all the water that comes off of the driveway and do its thing. In the pre-photos, you'll see that this area was all completely flat, wood chips everywhere. So we've got our berms in now. I think we're well over 70, 80 yards of just fill dirt and topsoil brought in for our berms right now. I think we're really close to almost 100 yards of debris out of here. Once we get into the back, you'll see all of the woods that we have completely cleaned out. We scraped everything on the property that the general contractor left us. Just a mess last year. We've scraped all of that out and we've off-hauled it. We only have a little bit to do. 3 days ago, we did our trenching for irrigation, but Alex, our irrigation tech, is just like, this is how we do our boxes, you guys. Main manifold. All of these valves can be undone by these two unions right here, and I can replace these valves anytime they go wrong in 10 years. We've put in our felt paper, we've foamed all the way around so no rodents, animals, anything can get in. We backfilled. I mean, this is how it's done. So irrigation is in. We don't have any lawn, so most everything on this property will be drip. We've got a couple hundred plants. They were all just delivered, so my main focus today is to get all the plants placed. Alex is setting up the drip line right now, and I'm going to put drip to all of the plants. They may still be in their containers, but every plant by the end of the day today will be placed and have drip irrigation with it. Tomorrow we'll finish putting everything in the ground, and Monday we will finish off with bark and changing out a couple of the rocks up front. The front needs some more rock that has not been touched by man. It's got more character to it and moss. So I ordered up this morning 7 tons of andesite from a guy north of Truckee. It's just insanely beautiful rock. I'm gonna leave the granite out here outside of the house. I'm going to put 2 rocks in right here on this one corner here, and on the other side of the arc I'm going to put another rock in, and we're going to put a couple little plants around it. So those should be a highly decorative, beautiful rock, and Milt's going to provide that for us. So that'll be here on Monday, and then we'll finish off with the mulch, and I'm really hoping to be done with this job on Monday afternoon, which would give us a total of 9 days total for this install, and 5 of it is basically off haul and grading and prepping everything. We've lifted this whole backyard. Now this patio that basically needed a railing before we showed up because it was over its 30-inch height, now is well under 30 inch. No reason to put a railing around that anymore for the fall hazard legality side of the permits. You know, final approval, you have to have all that stuff signed off. You remember, this was all just flat, so we reworked this whole little swale that goes into a super large BMP that we're gonna fill in with a little more drain rock right here on that thing. We're gonna fill in part of this stream with drain rock. We might even put in cobble if I can talk the owner into it, because it would be a dry creek kind of decorative. It would look really nice. And then mulch is gonna be the medium. Everything is prepped and ready for plants, as you can see here. And now we're gonna place them, dig them, and run irrigation to them. We dig all our holes to the depth of the container and twice or three sizes of the container wide. That gives plenty of root growth. We use really good amendments right now. We're using ocean forest. We substitute in perlite and peat moss, and then we vigorously give a good drowning of liquid fertilization to create the microbioorganisms to grow down in the ground that basically produce rooting and sleep, creep, and leap, and that will all happen in a 2 to 3 year period. So here you can see the project. All the plants are placed. The boys are digging them with a machine. Kate will come around and make sure that everything's got liquid fertilization.
Kate doesn't want to plant yet until this afternoon. She just wants us to keep digging holes. So I'm guessing that's what you guys are doing, right? So just...
What we've got here is a dial-a-flow that we have. Straight connector here in the drip line. Boom. Super close connection. Easy to see off to the side so we don't do any braking when we're walking over it. Mitigate the flow. Dial it flow. Dialing it out, up, and down. The more open, the more flow. Makes sense. We like to give a little extra line so that way as the tree grows over the next 3 years, you can expand the water to the circumference of the root bed until it's finally taken root and able to sustain itself. Some trees need water in this hospitable environment all their lives because they are not native.
We're really excited. We're creating a naturalized border. So we've got a very organic edge that's starting to take shape. We're really filling in with a lot of natives such as the red twig dogwood, some of the aspen. We're putting in nepeta, which is catmint. We're putting in lots of thimbleberries as well as some columbine. So when this all grows in, it's going to blend seamlessly back into the forest. And we'll start with the low stuff up front and move a little bit higher, even including some service berries, some crab apples, and things that will provide some bloom.
We're here for make a more beautiful Truckee.
Hi, Grandma. We get her done.
Yeah.
You can see here that Alex is starting to dig in our drip line. I really want everyone to know that drip line should only be buried in the ground maybe an inch. It should never be buried any more than that, because as the earth moves, dogs, bears, whatever, these lines can get kinked.
This shit is not so strong though.
Don't break it this time, huh? I don't even know how you break a f***ing pickaxe.
One of the guys broke one of the brand new ones.
It was him.
It was me.
How?
Yeah,
How did you do that?
Trying to pull up a boulder, man.
You're using it as a pry bar. That's what he was doing.
Wasn't kidding.
Well, we have pry bars.
Yeah.
We're gonna have like a cornhole area, ping pong. They originally, the designer put in lawn, and this homeowner doesn't want lawn. That's just too much maintenance for him. So we're gonna use this mulch, and you can walk on this stuff. It does not stick to your dog's paws or to the bottom of your shoes or anything like that. I just really like this stuff. If you don't have mulch in your yard, it's probably the #1 thing for your yard. Moisture control, soil temperature control. plant control, just the temperature from the sun baking the soil, weed suppression, aesthetic beauty, and then the best thing of it all is when it decomposes, it just produces nutrients for your plants to grow with. And this particular mulch, when you ante up every couple of years, it has been stained with natural minerals at our recycling center. So there's even more nutrient in this mulch because of the type of stain that they used. So man, super, super beneficial mulch, the number one thing if you could do for your yard. Done. We're 100% done. The homeowner is stoked. I'm telling you, we brought in 150 yards of soil. We've got 120 yards of mulch. Of the walk-on bark, we got 15 yards of the, oh no, we got 35 yards of the more fibrous mulch that we're using in the backyard. But look at this place. Look at this place. It's insane. We've got 31 aspen trees. We put in 15 choke cherries. We've got all kinds of natural granite from our local sources, and we also have this beautiful andesite that has hardly been touched by man at all. I'm just loving what we've got for our natural organic rock here. The plant choice is just perfect for the Sierras. Give this place the 3 years of sleep, creep, and leap, and oh my God, the place is going to be incredible. The boys did a super huge, nice quartz walkway that leads out to the backyard. The front is just a beautiful entry. Hey, this is my house. Come on in, check it out. Welcome. I'm thrilled. Look at this place. The boys did an amazing, amazing job. One with the quartz, but if you remember how I talked about in the pre-video, this was like a foot lower than the finished product now. We've lifted everything up so we don't have to do a railing. We've totally met our 30-inch code. Our final inspection, we have passed. Everything is just golden. Remember now, the original design was a lawn. These folks are going to be here during the summer, but they're not going to be here every day. They're not going to pay someone to come up a couple $100 and mow their lawn every week. So we compromised and we put in this fibrous mulch from our local supplier. We can play any type of game on here at all. We can kick the ball around, we can play catch, we can do cornhole, we could have ping pong tables, you could set up your tents out here with chairs, you could do your gas fire pit out here if you wanted to. This stuff will not be a hindrance to any of that. Our forest was absolutely not touched for hundreds of years. We came in and did a 2-day job of just cleaning the whole forest. Fire protection here in the Sierras is a really big thing, and if you've got a forest this size in your backyard, you don't know where lightning is going to strike. It could hit right here and the forest fire could start right here, but we have so much protection to this house. One, a fire is slowly going to burn over the top of this mulch. There's not enough oxygen in it for it to burn. This walk-on bark might burn a little bit, but it's not going to be just like that. There's not enough oxygen for it to become a roaring source of flame. Then we have the whole house hardened with rock and stone 360. There's just this house is really fire protected. Wow, is this end product fabulous. I'm so thrilled. Grateful Gardens Landscaping, we just love what we do, and we do what we love. So please let us know what you think. subscribe to the channel. That's Grateful Gardens Landscaping, and we're right here in Truckee, California. So if you need us and you're close by, give us a call. Thanks everybody. It's the crew that did a wonderful job. I just appreciate you guys all watching. Thanks so much.